Okay, welcome back to the channel everyone, and in today's video we're going to be looking at how to make a kind of sci-fi effects sound, which sounds a little something like this. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into it. So here we have an initialized preset. What we're going to do is we're going to use a basic shapes for this sound. We're going to control the pitch with the LFO. So in LFO1, I'm going to drag it all the way over there, and I'm going to make it 2/1 and set it to trigger mode, or envelope mode, sorry. I'm then going to drag this onto the pitch and leave it as its default setting, 48. Okay, we end up then with something like this. Okay, so that it stops at the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the sustain down here, but let's release here and use the hold to control the length of this sound here. So somewhere around here. Okay. That'll do, something like that. Okay, so we're going to use a delay to control this ending here. So let's come in here. This is kind of going to give us the basis of the sound that we want. There's a couple of things that's going to help us create this sound. We can use the delay to do it. As you'll see here, if I put this into stereo mode, and what we'll actually do is we'll control both of these settings here with the LFO that we've got, and you'll see what happens. So if I control this one here, so it comes up to around there somewhere, and this mix, so it also comes up to around there somewhere. We end up with something like that, you see. Okay, so we're basically almost there with that, as you can see. I'm just going to add a bit of reverb here, turn the low cut off, so here somewhere, turn the mix up a tiny bit here. Okay, let's control the clicking at the beginning of this sound, so let's add a little bit of fade at the beginning. There we go. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is come back to the voices and go to the filter. We're going to use the comb filter. Surprise. There we go. We can turn this down, and we're going to flip this the other way like this. And we're just going to find a nice area around here where it kind of makes a nice kind of sound. We can play with the cut a bit as well. Okay, so you can see how this affects it. So you can see we get quite a lot of wobble by having the cut there. If I move the cut down, gets rid of a fair bit of it. We need to turn the volume up a bit, maybe not this much. Because when we move this back up, something like that. Okay, once we got this, we got the basic idea of the sound. That's a kind of sci-fi effect sound, but we can make some changes to it by adding macros to, example, the key tracking. If we go to the matrix and we make this go both ways, don't forget once you've done that, you need to then go back and make this go to 50 so that it stays in the original position. And then if I move it right, it will go up this way, and if I move it left, it will go that way. I'm going to turn the modulation amount all the way up like this. So if I now play the original, get that, but if I turn this all the way up, it's going to turn the key tracking all the way up, and I get that kind of sound. Okay, if I turn it down all the way to the left, it's going to be more subtle. So you can see, so we're going to leave it on 500 in the middle, so it's the original sound, and then you can add more aggressiveness to that effect if you want to by just pushing that up to the right so the key tracking's on. Okay, the other thing we can do is, remember, we're using basic shapes, so we can come over here and set this to the shapes, so we can use different shapes basically, and let's see what it sounds like on different shapes. We get that. We use another shape. We get that. We use the next shape. So there we go. So we can add some different types of effects to this just by playing with these macros to change the sound a bit as well. Cool, guys, so that's what I wanted to share with you, just a quick one today, how to make a kind of sci-fi sort of effect. So if you haven't already, please remember to hit subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until the next one, take care of yourselves. Peace.